Hello, in this video I will show you how to install WordPress on a local development environment called Zamp. For this we will need to install a software called Zamp on our computer. What Zamp does, basically, it creates a kind of an internet environment on your computer, so you will be able to run any kinds of web applications just like you would run on a live web server. To download the Zamp installer, you need to go to apachefriends.org, and here you will be able to download different versions. You have options for Windows, Linux, and Mac. I already have Zamp installed on my computers, so I will not install it again, but just click on whatever version you need and just download it. Then you can install it just like any other software on your computer. Once it's installed, you should have a Zamp folder, like I have it here. And if you go into Zamp, you need to find a file called Zamp control. Double click it, and you'll see this control panel. This is where you can fire up your server. We need to start Apache, and we also need MySQL for our database. So click Start. And once both modules are green, then we are good to go. Zamp also installs a program called phpMyAdmin. You can access it by clicking on the MySQL row and clicking the admin button. This is where we will be able to create our databases, but we'll get back to this later. Okay, once our server is running, then we need to go into this htdocs folder. This is where all our websites sit. I already have a number of websites here, but I also created a WP folder for our WordPress site that we will install. It's currently empty. So our next step is to download WordPress. We can do this by going to wordpress.org, click on Get WordPress, download. As you can see, it downloaded the zip file, so we need to extract it. Go into the WordPress folder and copy all its content. And paste it into the Zamp htdocs WP folder. Okay. Now we have all the files in our WP folder, but before we start the installation process, we need to create our database first. So we go back to the phpMyAdmin, click the database tab, and we'll call this database WP. We can leave everything as it is, or the character encoding, maybe we can set it to UTF-8 general, and then we click create. And as you can see, the database has been created. Okay, now we can start installing WordPress. It's very easy. We can do this from the browser. All we have to do is add the site name after localhost. Click enter. Here you can choose the language of your site if you want. I'll leave it on English for now, and we can click continue. Okay, here WordPress says what you will need for the installation process. You will need a database name, database username, database password, and the database host. Since we've already created our database, we all have this information. So click Let's Go, and here we have to add our database connection details. Our database name is WP. Since we are using Zamp, our database username will be root. When you are on a live server, this will be different. For the password, we can leave this empty because currently I don't have a password set for my local environment. But on a live server, you will have a database password, and the database password is usually set to the database user. The database host, we can leave it on a local host. This is actually, most of the time, it's the same, even on the live servers. Okay, once we are done, we can hit submit and run the installation. Okay, now we need to add some information for the site, like a site title. You can add anything here. You can add the username. You can add the password. Make sure your password is stronger than mine, and you can add an email address. And that's it. WordPress has been installed. Now we can log in. Our username is admin. We can add the password. When I first log into WordPress, I like to do a couple of things. First, go to Settings, General. Set your title if necessary, and also set a new tagline for your site. Another thing I like to do is set my permalinks. By default, WordPress will display the date in your post URLs, and this is not good. I like to use the post name setting. This way, when you create a new blog post, your URL will be yoursite.com/your post title. And this is more search engine friendly, and it's more simple. I think the shorter the URL, the better. Click Save Changes. And another thing I like to do is set a separate homepage for my website. When you go to your homepage, by default, WordPress will list your blog posts on your homepage. But you can set a different homepage if you want, and add all kinds of content. If you want to do this, just go to Pages, Add New. Let's call this page Home, and just add some simple text. My new homepage, and just click Publish. Okay, if you go to Settings, Reading, you can set your homepage displays. Set it to static page and select the new page you just created for your homepage, and click Save. And if you go to your homepage again and refresh, now this is the content that you have. Your blog posts are no longer listed on your homepage. You can create a new page to list your blog post. I usually call this new page blog, and I just leave it empty. And if I go back to Settings, Reading, I set this new page I just created for my posts. Click Save. And if you go to this new page, you'll see the posts are listed here. This is actually a default post that WordPress creates when you first install the site. But if you create a new blog post, this second post, and I just add some text, I click Publish. Okay, I go back to my main blog page, and if I refresh, here's my second post. Okay, so these are the things that I like to do after installation. And thanks for watching. And if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll be back with more tutorials soon. Thanks for watching.